Right, we've been up for hours, so while you're tucking into your breakfast, we're having our lunch.
Yeah, I've just gotten up myself.
Well,
Caroline Gray, editor of Easy Food magazine, joins us today. What have we got today?
We are making a peppered steak sandwich, and then there's a nice,
like
yeah. It's kind of a crowd pleaser, and it's perfect for this time of year. Especially, it's going to be kind of nice this weekend and everything.
Lovely stuff.
So we're going to get started. So I have 2 strip loin steaks here. I have just a very, very hot pan.
Screaming hot, baby.
Hot.
So the pan has to be roasting hot.
The pan has to be essentially hotter than you probably think is the... Yeah, exactly. Hotter than the sun. That's a good gauge.
So you're from the school of oil the pan, not the meat?
Exactly. I oil the pan, not the meat.
Because people are from the other school, they oil the meat first.
Yeah, do you know what? Like, I've done both. For me, I just find it's a little bit easier to put the oil right in the pan.
Sounds messy.
And you know what? Like, if you were going to have a little bit more time with this, you can put the mushrooms right in the pan that the steak cooked in. Right. So they're going to absorb that extra fat and that oil anyway. So I just got...
Which one are you?
I oil the meat.
Oil the meat.
I oil the meat as well, but I do find it's very messy.
It is messy.
You get oil all over your hands.
Yeah, it's not TV friendly.
Yeah.
So we got the steaks in the pan. Now we're gonna put this chive cream cheese on the sandwiches later,
right.
So you can kind of really load on the pepper. You want like that nice kind of spicy kick on it. So this is just freshly ground black pepper here.
A lot of pepper.
A lot of pepper.
Anything to be said for putting the pepper on a few hours in advance? That's when there's make a difference.
Typically, like, I suppose anything you put on the steak too far in advance is going to suck out a lot of moisture. I mean, like, if you have the pepper, of course, you know, that can kind of permeate it. But, like, for this, we're just going to put it right on. You know, we're not going to cook it for too long or anything here.
And plenty of salt there, by the way.
Plenty of salt. So we're really flavoring this up. Again, the chive cream cheese adds a nice flavor, but it does kind of mellow out the flavors a little bit.
And is this your cut of choice for a steak sambo?
I love strip loin. It's kind of nice and it's lean enough, you know, there's not too much because you don't want it to be too fibrous or anything.
Yeah, chewy.
Chewy. Flank steak is great as well. If you're really feeling fancy, I mean, you know, fillet's not a bad way to go either.
That'd be a ribeye.
Yeah. What, ribeye?
Well, ribeye is a great... ribeye been my choice of steak for anything. But anytime a ribeye's on the cards.
Midnight feast.
Yeah.
Just
whip out a ribeye. So this is another very hot pan. Mushrooms like a lot of heat, so unlike onions, you know, a lot of times you cook them together, but mushrooms are great for a hot pan. So this is just...
Gotta have the mushrooms.
A pack, pack of thinly sliced mushrooms, and we're just gonna cook those up. So these are just going to both... Again, like I said before, if you had a little bit more time, it's great to sear the meat. You just want it for a couple of minutes per side to get a nice dark crust on it, and then we're going to transfer it to a board and let it sit for about 10 minutes before we slice it.
Another thing I've noticed with you is, and I think it's a good lesson, is when you're doing steaks, leave it alone.
Leave it alone, yeah. Don't be poking and prodding.
With the pan and moving it, and just put it on and leave it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I always say that with burgers as well.
What difference does that make?
Because it's not going to cook. Just leave it there. And if you want that really beautiful, as Caroline said, that caramelised colour, you keep moving it. You're moving the heat on the pan. You know, you're moving the burger.
Right.
Let it sit there and do its thing.
Let it do its thing.
They say that with red meat, they say don't touch it.
Just step back.
Leave it there, yeah.
And that's it. I mean, especially as well, this is a great tool to be using for steaks. You don't want to be using a fork and piercing or prodding and letting the moisture out.
What I do, and I know I shouldn't do it, when I want to see how cooked it is, I just like cut a little bit in it.
Absolutely.
Is that okay?
At the end, yeah, well, you can do the old, remember that thing, finger thing, But cut it open.
That's it. So you'll know yourself, if the steak moves easily enough, it's kind of ready to flip. So we're just going to give that a flip there.
How are you doing these medium?
I like the medium rare. So
medium rare.
A little medium rare.
Myself,
and that's it. That's it. And
like, woman of taste and class.
There we go. I mean, a steak sandwich like that, it's quite simple, but when it's done right and when it's done well, it can be just,
you know... the juice is soaking into the bread.
That's the thing. It's as nice as if you were doing, you know, a full steak dinner, in my opinion. It's honestly one of my favorite foods ever, so this is a real treat anyway. So that steak is going to cook. We have one here that's been resting for a few minutes. Now, the mushrooms, they're nice and soft here. It's just kind of to your preference how cooked you like these. Sometimes it's nice to get kind of like a nice, you know, charred brown crust on the mushrooms as well anyway. I'm just getting a little bit of garlic to them.
They do just nothing as well, don't they?
They do, yeah.
They do, yeah.
Well, you're going to get 2 sambos worth out of that, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, am I getting one, am I?
Well, yeah.
You're each going to get a sandwich.
Right,
We're all good. We're all good.
I can vouch for, by the way, that these are just off the pan. When you're reading the newspaper headlines, they were hopped out of the pan onto the board there.
Already?
No, I restrained myself, didn't I?
Oh, there's no bite marks in it.
Yeah.
See?
Full steak.
Untouched
Oh,
by
that would
human
have been a
hand.
nice Flintstone steak.
The
Just
bread
like
of choice, you're going for
the bread of choice. I have a little ciabatta here.
Ciabatta,
So you can definitely warm this up if you like, kind of nice and
this
toasty.
is for me now.
This is
get
you?
in there.
This is-
Really?
Would you
Okay,
do this? Have you done
perfect.
this?
I haven't done
cream
it.
cheese?
No, I haven't.
So
But I will do.
this is a chive cream cheese. So again, it's kind of they're very simple ingredients here, but rather than go for plain cream cheese, get something with a little bit of flavor in it, and it plays really nicely with the mushrooms and with the garlic.
We're not going for a red onion relish or any kind of sauce.
You
This
could,
is
you
just all
definitely could. And do you know what?
No?
Do you like them?
I like a bit of red onion relish, yeah.
Yeah.
A relish, a bit of red onion
A
relish.
little bit of relish. So with and like that, it's all completely up to yourself how you
That's how you like
want
it,
to
Tom,
put
is it?
on it.
Well, as long as you're happy, Tommy.
Well, that's it, yeah.
As long as it's cooked the way you like it.
I'm the
Tom.
temperamental artist here. I'm liable to strap off. I'm like Beyonce.
So a little bit of salad with the cream cheese, flavoured cream cheese.
That's the thing. So a little bit of salad, a little bit of cream cheese, mushrooms on top.
No
and
need to
then-
overcomplicate it.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. Whoops.
Looks perfect.
Wayward.
And chop it
there.
into little... don't just plonk the steak into the sandwich.
Well, you can.
You can. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be.
You have that bit, Tommy.
Lovely. Done to perfection.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Remember I said there was 2 sandwiches? There's not, because there's 15 seconds left, Tommy.
well, I'll tell you what.
So we have one.
You tuck in, you're just back from your holidays.
Yeah.
You tuck in there. Caroline, that looks lovely.
Well, yeah,
No
I
problem.
presume it's Stacey.
I have the reeds, so
Go on, you crack on. I'll take over.